So we're here at Identity Week Europe 2024 at the Rye in Amsterdam. I'm delighted to say now that I'm joined by Almir Badnjevic, who's Director for the Agency of ID Documents for the Register's Data Exchange of Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's lovely to speak to you today. You're offering cloud services. I'm just wondering, what the future is of data management in the cloud.
Yeah, as you said, in the name of our agency, it's in fact identification documents, registers and data exchange. And we are in fact providing the data exchange to all authorized body in Bosnia and Herzegovina, to all government body too, through our network. So it means that we have on site, on our private side in agency, some kind of the servers, data and other things, which we provide through our network, which is again our protected just network for ourselves. When I say for ourselves, I mean for the government institutions which we are using. So when we are talking about the classical cloud, we are not using it because of due to our legal things in Bosnia and Herzegovina, how it's defined by the laws and bylaws. But from another point of view, when we watch it through the technical point of view, we can say that IDEA, because that's short name of our agency, is in fact the agency which is providing the cloud services through the closed network, which is in fact, as I said, this RR network, radio relay network, which we maintain and technically taking care about all of it.
And with data migration to the cloud, how can we increase security during that migration process?
Yeah, that's always the challenge, and as much as we are talking that we are secure, as much as we think that we made all the risk analysis and all other things from that perspective, there is always somebody who is also doing different kind of the risk analysis and who is finding those gaps through which they can use it and through which they can in fact attack your data. So I can say again that we are pretty lucky because for all communications we are using our own network. That's the first thing. And the second thing, we are not directly in any contact with the citizens. So we are just in the direct contact with all our authorized bodies, such as Ministry of Interiors or some kind of border police or something similar. So they are then the second stage of the, let's say, institutions which has direct contact with the citizens, or they are using their communication servers and other things to communicate with other people. So I can say that we are pretty close as agency and as this, let's say, central database. But anyhow, we are, I will say, daily we are taking care about all other things. We are making different kind of analysis and trying to protect our system, because it's crucial when you are responsible for the data of every citizen in your country. It's very important task.
Of course, and with anyone who's got access to the data, how are they validated? How their identity verified to ensure that mass data is protected?
That's in fact the questions again, because as I said, currently our contact with all of them is through authorized bodies. So if the Ministry of Interior is taking the data from some of the citizens, they are taking care about, let's say, accuracy of that data, about the truth of this data, etc., etc. And then they are through our systems, they are entering those data in our database. So I will say that from our perspective, we don't need to take care really about that, because there is a pyramid, and in that pyramid downstairs, the biggest part is always a data, any number, any letter, any color or something similar. Just by processing all of those data, we get second stage of this pyramid, which is in fact the information. If we have the good information, good processed information, and it's possible only if we have the good data, then we can talk about some knowledge and we can talk about some kind of true and valuable information, etc., etc. And luckily for us, that's in this case all of those authorized body and not IDEA, because we are mostly taking care about all of those technical parts regarding the data, regarding the sharing data, exchange data, etc.
And you've explained your role clearly there in the chain. You're working with lots of agencies who are doing that verification process. How do we enhance partnership and interoperability with those relevant agencies to create enhanced digital society?
To be honest, in our country, because it's pretty complicated countries how it's regulated, because we have the 2 entities, 1 district, 10 cantons. We have 3 members of the presidency, which is pretty interesting, and I think it's unique in the world part. Talking about interoperability is pretty challenge question, and I will even say that especially in those political circles, they don't like that word, because it means that all of those cantons, entities, etc., must talk with the same language, and they don't like to talk with the same language. They like to change a little bit those languages, even the language is of course the same. So we have pretty much, I will say that we are challenging now with those misunderstanding between all of those parties, and I will say that it is maybe one of the toughest tasks currently for us. For this, what are we currently doing? There is no any problems, because everyone is using the same standards, so everyone is using the same protocols for interoperability. But for the future products, especially when I mean say the products, I mean e-services and other applications which will be offered to the citizens, there will be pretty much misunderstanding, and I think that we will need to focus very much on that part.
You've touched on my next question, is how you contribute to setting future standards, as well as complying with regulation that's out there in this field. What are the next steps, if you had to say what the next steps to setting that regulation?
Like all other countries in Europe, currently we are working on one pilot, which is in fact digital identity wallet pilot, thanks to delegation of European Union in Bosnia and Herzegovina and GIZ. They are financing this project pilot, and until the end of this year we are in fact expecting that we will get the first digital identity wallet, which is in accordance with the eIDAS2. But from another point of view, it will be of course offered through the pilot series to all citizens as free. But from another point of view, we are also expecting from our ministries and our government to bring a new law in accordance with the eIDAS2, because if we want to move it from the pilot phase, which we have to adopt the new law, which is in fact in accordance with the eIDAS2, like all other countries which have to do it. So all EU member states got in fact the task that they have started to use the digital identity wallet until 2026. So I'm expecting that we will have in 2025 already implemented the digital wallet, but during that 2025 I'm expecting that the new law about the digital electronic signature in accordance with the eIDAS2 will be adopted, so we will be able then to offer a real use of this digital wallet to all of our citizens.
Thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, too.